Hi everyone, so today I'm talking about Apple's Q1 and Q2 going forward. As you know, I've always said that Apple's a good stock to buy, and I think two videos ago I did a video about companies that will smash earnings, and I put Apple down as one. Now that was before a lot of news came out about Apple's Q1, so I'm sure a few of you have seen it, they're watching this video, but basically it says that Apple are going to have a Q1 just because the orders of iPhones are down, which we kind of saw in the last one. It wasn't by massive. I think it was 30 million below what it was supposed to be, or something like that. But this time I think we're looking at a big, more iPhones being down than last time. We'll see what happens, but that's what a lot of people are saying. Looking into it and the reports, there was a report out saying that iPhone sales are going to be weak, but still hold your positions in Apple because it's a good company. Which it is. At the end of the day, I think a lot of people are a bit put off the iPhone X because of the price. It was a big step in the price, and as we know, iPhone generally bring out a new phone every year. So at some point, Apple will bring a new iPhone out, and more than likely that iPhone should be pretty good. If it's not pretty good, that's a little bit worrying, but more than likely they'll address the problems with the iPhone X and sort it out for the new one. But I think a lot of people are underestimating Apple in a lot of aspects, really. Because of the weak guidance that's been given because of this iPhone drop, we should be in for quite a weak Q1 and quite a weak Q2. So we'll see what happens. But people forget about Apple and the amount of other services that they're now providing. I said for a while that Apple needs to up the game, and certainly Apple Music. I think I saw an article somewhere about the potentially in this Q1 earning that it could have come out that Apple Music, that it's had double the memberships from last time, which would be really good to see that growing at a double percentage. That'd be really good. So we'll see what happens with that. There's also the other side of stuff like buying the iCloud storage and what have you. There's a lot of things that Apple have going for it, and I think a lot of people forget that if Apple were to produce quite a weak earnings right now, that Apple more than likely will be upping the dividend. So we'll see what happens there. I think if Apple up the dividend, that would kind of pretty much save the bad news, because a lot of everyone's been saying that Apple have so much money spare right now, is that more than likely that all that Apple are going to be doing is upping that dividend every like 2 quarters. So we'll see what happens with that. I think more than likely it will get upped this quarter. I'll be a little bit disappointed if it doesn't. But yeah, Apple is definitely a good company still to be invested in, just because of the bad iPhone. I won't worry about that too much. If you're not invested in Apple, I would pretty much say that I personally, even though it's at a good price to be getting in, I think Q1 earnings is only a week away. If I was you, I'd probably just wait a week and see what comes out in earnings and see where the price moves from there. I wouldn't get in Apple just yet if you're waiting on the fence. I'd see what happens with that Q1 earnings, like I say. See how bad the iPhone sales actually are. I won't gamble on earnings if I were you. Everyone's kind of expecting a bad earnings, and that's kind of shown in the share price that it's had this 10% dip now. But don't worry about it too much. It'll come back eventually. It's a good time to be buying, if anything, but I'd give it a week just to see what happens after the Q1. I think all the bad news is hit the stock. You've got to remember that stock price moves on current news, what happens, not past news. So if it's a weak Q1 earnings, I don't see the Apple stock actually moving that much, because we already know it's not going to be exceptional. But if the Q1 earnings is better than what we thought and it actually beats the sales, then that Apple stock is going to shoot up. So we'll see what happens with it all. It's a good company to be buying in. But yeah, I would hold off at the moment on Apple. There's a lot of other good companies as well if you want to get stuck in. But Apple is definitely one that I would put in a top 10 list to invest in right now. So I'll do a top 10 list at some point. I'll upload it to this channel because I've not done one for a while. I'll do 10 stocks that I'd buy at the moment, and I'll let you know my opinions on them all, especially after earnings as well. So guys, give it a like, and I'll see you on the next video.